Hello everyone and welcome to another lesson. I'm very happy to have you here with me today. I have a very exciting new workflow for you today. The whole idea of this workflow came from a member from the Skool community that I just started a couple of days ago. They wanted a automation that would create blog posts, SEO optimized blog posts for their website. They requested that through the Skool community, and I thought it was a great idea, something that we could all learn and implement. But of course, as you know me, I went a little bit overboard when creating this workflow because I had so many ideas that I want to put. So the workflow is right here in front of us. I know it might seem too complex and too daunting, but don't worry. We'll take it step by step, and I'll explain what is happening step by step. But before I do, I want to invite you to our community on Skool.com. It's the AI Automation Kit community. There you will find all the courses that I created, all the blueprints for make.com and all the workflows for n8n, as well as Comfy UI. You'll also find me there answering your questions, any technical problems that you have. You will also find the live build of today's workflow. This one, the live build, you will find it over there as well, so you can watch step by step how I recreate this from scratch. And of course, you can suggest new workflows that you're working on, and if you have any difficulties setting things up, you can ask. I'm there to help you, as well as other really expert, awesome people there inside of the community, willing to support and to push you forward. The whole point of the community is to have a way that I can communicate, and then we can all grow together as one entity. It's still a couple of days since I launched the Skool community. There are still a couple of seats left in the launch offer. It's really once we hit that number, the subscription is gonna go higher. So if I were you, and I would pause this video right now and go and just lock in that price. It will be a locked price forever. Even if the price increase later on, you will remain having that launch price. So that being said, let's start with this SEO blog post generator. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to have a database, so a source where we'll get the keywords from. I started with a trigger, which is the first step of the workflow that triggers on a schedule. Now you can change the schedule to daily, to weekly, whatever you want. Okay. Then I'm gonna go get the keywords. So for that, I created a Google spreadsheet here. So here's the Google spreadsheet that I created. It has the keyword, the length, how many words I want, the status, which is either ready or finished. And then here are the fields that are going to be filled. The title of the blog post, the blog itself, the meta description, the media, which is here the featured image. We're gonna get an image as well. And then we're gonna have to create social media captions, one long and one short. So this will cater for most social media platform. The short one, for example, like X, long one like LinkedIn and whatsoever. The date is when it's going to be posted, and the WordPress link. So that's the link of the blog post once it's published. All right. So you can add as many as you want here. On schedule, it will go ahead and grab whatever you added new, and it will work on it. Okay. It will only add the ones that are status ready. So if we go to keywords, you'll of course need to set up your account. It's just adding logging into your Google account, and then I will get the ID from here. It's this part. or you can get by URL. So whatever you want, select the sheet that you want, and then you want to fetch by the column keyword that is ready. So I just need to relog in. All right, so I logged in again. So I'm gonna get the column named status, and I'm gonna filter everything that has ready. So this ensures that we only have the things that we haven't worked on yet. So after we get that, here you can see the data that I got. I got a table of these keywords and this keyword and this length, which is perfect. And now we start the first research agent, which is what we basically want from this research agent, is to go ahead and search the internet, search like the SERPs, and get us the latest articles that have been written about this keyword, and basically summarize the top 3 to 5 articles and give us the most important information. The way I set that up, for the model, I used Perplexity Sonar Pro. Perplexity is awesome for creating or for accessing the internet. So you can use Perplexity, or you can use, like, for example, SERP API, or you can use Tavily. You can use whatever you want, but Perplexity gives me the best result. Okay, so that's the model I used. I used Open Router, so I didn't use specific Perplexity node. It's just because Open Router gives me the ability to select whatever model I want. Super easy, as you can see from here. You can select whatever model you want across all companies. So the research agent here, for example, here's the prompt. What I'm asking it, I'm saying that use this keyword from the past node, n8n versus make, and then do a research about the 3, 4, 5 quality sources, and then give me a summary explaining that. And I specified in that prompt what I want, and the result would be this, right? It got me everything and summarized everything from the internet. So now I have updated information, facts, things that are already there, summarized and ready to go. The next one would be the copyright. So the copyright, it would be writing the actual blog post. For this one, I used, of course, I used Claude from Anthropic. I used 3.5. You can use whatever you want, but I think copywriting, Claude just is the best in terms of copywriting. Okay, and what I told it is, of course, I did this, told it what it is, like your best SEO writer. And I also, what I specified is, I told it, use the research we got from Perplexity, and use the word length that we got from the keyword length. And then I told it what I want in terms of output, right? Of course, I wanted the output to be in HTML so that I can use it in WordPress. And of course, I gave it some SEO requirements. I also told it to include an FAQ section at the end, bullet points, everything that you need to make a really good blog post, and things that it shouldn't do. Now, the trick here, I made it if you go here and you require specific output, once you turn this on, it just inserts this output parser that you can insert a structured output parser. Now what this is that you're telling the agent is that the result, what you want the result to look like. You want the result to be a JSON here, and don't worry about JSONs, they're not scary. If you go to my course that is available in my community about JSONs and variables, and I'll just explain it in an easy way. So I told it that I want 3 things. I want the blog post, the title, and the meta. Okay. So of course, as you'd expect, it gave me the 3 ones that I requested: blog post, title, and meta. Perfect. Now I could have divided this one into title, meta, blog post, each one separately, but I really don't like this, because I want to I want to make this as cheap as possible. So I want as less agents as possible. I want as less use of these models as possible. Okay, so I'm always thinking of cost here. So once we have our blog post in HTML format, what I do next is the internal linking, which I think is important, because if you have internal links, it just signals to Google that you have done you've done effort to make this blog post very beneficial. So first of all, I inserted a sheet here, sheet 2. I put some posts that I created, or some random posts here, and with their links. Now you can add as many as you want. Then I got those, no filters required, so I got these two. And then I aggregated them into one item, because now we have 2 items going from here, and if we keep it like that, it will run everything 2 times. So I want to combine it into one item with the aggregate node. And then the internal link agent I used I used Claude as well. And what I told it is that you are an expert, of course, the system message. And then I gave it the blog post that we wrote already. And then I also gave it the links that we have. So I inserted the posts and the links for that post respectively. Okay, and I told it some information to best output this. So the output would be the same thing called blog post links. I added the links to it. And then it would add the links required. Of course, the structured, I also gave it a structured parser. So now we have a blog post HTML format that has our internal links inside of it. So the next one would be the social media agent. And this one I've also used Claude. Everything with copywriting, always use Claude. So I told it, you're the best, of course, social media person, the writer, and I gave it the research from Perplexity, and I told it to output 2 types of posts, of course, with emojis and hashtags. And the structured parser, I told it that I want 1 caption long and 1 caption short. This will encompass everything from Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, everything. You can use whatever you want in terms of length. So of course, this gave me a caption long and the caption short one with emojis, of course. Now, creating the image. Now, this part is a bit tricky, but don't worry. I have everything laid out in here. So to create the image, I used templated.io. So templated.io is this website that you can basically create a template, and then you can insert variable elements on that template. For example, I created this one. It's an image in the background and the text in the front. So this text called title would be the variable. So this would change depending on the blog post. Whatever title I have, it will change, okay? But everything remains the same. You can have even more variable elements. You can have shapes that change colors. You can change the image per post. It's pretty simple, and it all connects through API. Now you get free credits per month with templated.io. It's great, so you can test it. So if we go back, so this create image. Okay, so of course this is an HTTP request. I request to the endpoint, and then here I request the post, and here the body is where you tell it. Here the text is where this changes. Okay, and for this I also got it from the previous node. I got the keyword. Okay, now because the title would be too big, I just get the keyword. So after I created the image, right, you will have the URL as a result, and then you need to download the image. Of course, with a simple get with the URL, you can download the image. And then what we need to do is upload the image to WordPress so we can have it as a featured image. Now this is a bit tricky here. The way to do it is you need to replace this, of course, with your website and use this endpoint. You will need your WordPress API credentials, okay? Now, in case you don't know how to do that, you just need to say predefined credentials, WordPress API, and then add yours. One thing I want to point out is with the credentials, you can't put your just the username and password. Of course, you need to put the username of your admin account, but you need to go to WordPress here. If I go to WordPress, and then if you go to users profile, and then you need to create application passwords here, create a new application password, give it a name and add a password, and then it will give you the password, right? So use that password along with your admin username, not this username. This only is the name of this, right? Your admin username along with the password that this one gives you for things to work properly. Okay, once you do that, you'll have the authentications ready. And then I need to, of course, you need to send the headers, the content type that we wanted as an image, and the file name. Okay, I use the keyword dot the extension, and then we're sending the body as binary file, which is data, which is the image here. Okay, this is a bit confusing, but you will find it in the template. No worries, you don't need to set anything up. Then what I need to do is upload the image back to WordPress, use the same credentials, but it's a different endpoint. And then we're just uploading things back to WordPress, okay? So we downloaded the image, we uploaded the image. Now we need to create the actual post. There's a WordPress node inside of n8n. So you choose your website that you added, create the post, and then you start adding the post title, the content, the slug. Now for the slug, I didn't use the actual title, I used the keyword, but then I added dot replace all and I replaced the space with a dash. So this gives us this one. Okay, you can set it to publish directly, or you can set it to draft and then you choose a category. And this, once you test this, it will give you the final, it will create the post. Now we uploaded the image, but we need now to assign the image to our WordPress post. And for here, we need to use the ID from the previous node, from the previous post creation node. And here we need to just specify that it's a featured image and with the ID of the image. Okay. So now we have our post ready and up and running. First things first, we need to update our Google Sheet with everything we did. So we just select the keyword to match and then set the status to finished and update everything with the new information that we have. And then later on, I have this disconnected now, but you can connect it. Then later on, you can just upload the image to Blotato and post on all of these social media. Of course, you need to supply this with your Blotato key and everything. But here I inserted for you the caption short and the image, featured image necessary. All right. So it is a pretty long one, but I think it just the results are great and covers everything. Now I want to test this out with you, so let's test this out. Okay, so let's see. Okay, created the post again, and yeah, there you go. So it added the image and everything looks perfectly good. And if we go to blog post here, we can see it added everything and it made it finished with everything that we required it to do. How perfect is that? All right, so I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna say download this blueprint for you to use and test, and let me know if you have any difficulties in the community. I'm there with you. If you did like this lesson, give it a like, subscribe for more, and don't forget to check out the link in the description below. I'm gonna see you in the community.